I made my bed, but there's a cat underneath there. Not a bad day out here today. Garden's looking good. This is Neil's on Dynasty. Please like, share, and subscribe. Be kind, helpful, and grateful because it's better than being a jerk. Buy some silver, some platinum, and some crystallized osmium because it's a good financial move and a smart thing to do. And if you want any kitties, adopt them. There's a whole bunch of kitties out there. Everybody's got kitties. Obviously, I didn't spay or neuter enough of them, but I tried. At least there's not like 500 out there. But anyhow, that's not what this is about. This is about this channel here, whoever they are. I want to make sure you guys, I don't want no strikes, any of that stuff. So give full credit to Truth Untold, S.A. Mazzani C. Thumbs up. I haven't subscribed, don't care to. But this is interesting.
Corridors of both Washington and Pretoria, U.S. President Donald J. Trump unleashed a ferocious attack on South Africa's economic freedom fighters, EFF leader Julie.
Okay, first off, before we go any further, this narrator said he launched a vicious strike against. There's like 3 lies there. There's nothing vicious about what he did. It wasn't a strike, and it definitely wasn't against this guy. As you see the narrative of the program that this lady has, you'll understand Trump did none of those things. They're trying to sell that narrative to build this gentleman up in South Africa as a stand-up guy against the American Donald Trump. Whatever. He's going to fall.
Julius Malema, delivering what observers have labeled the final blow to the firebrand politician's international credibility. Their attack, timed with surgical precision and delivered on a global stage, left South African President Cyril Ramaphosa visibly stunned, unable to offer even a single word in defense or condemnation. The drama unfolded during a high-profile U.S.-Africa Trade and Investment Forum in Florida, where Trump, known for his off-the-cuff bombshells, turned a routine panel.
See, there's another lie. Off the cuff. Wow, I give credit to Donald Trump, President Trump. He's a smart man. But he's not that much of a genius to where he can just drop bombshells off the cup of his mouth. Just, oh, I thought of this. Let me say it. That's the bullshit crap they're trying to sell you. That's not at all. He thought this out. He's a very strategic man. Again, this narrator is trying to sell him as the dumb white leader, racist guy who's got a personal attack against the black great man who wants to slaughter white people. Yes.
Into a geopolitical earthquake. With American, African, and European delegates in attendance, Trump deviated from the economic script and took direct aim at Malema, calling him a dangerous demagogue who threatens not only South Africa's economy but the stability of the entire region. Julius Malema is not a leader. He is a radical leftist with dangerous fantasies of nationalizing industry, seizing land, and pushing division. That's not leadership, it's chaos. And the people of South Africa deserve better, Trump declared to thunderous applause from a largely pro-business audience. If the South African government doesn't distance itself from this kind of radicalism, American businesses will distance themselves from South Africa. Period. The fallout was immediate. Within hours, media outlets across South Africa ran with headlines such as Trump versus Malema, War of Worlds, and Ramaphosa's deafening silence. A press conference called later that day by the Office of the South African Presidency was expected to issue a response. Instead, what the nation saw was something few had ever witnessed before, a visibly shaken Cyril Ramaphosa pausing for nearly 30 seconds before responding to a journalist's question about Trump's attack with a curt. Political analysts quickly weighed in, calling Ramaphosa's silence both strategic and symbolic. Ramaphosa knows he's caught between a rock and a hard place, said Dr. Thandai Molev, a political science professor at Wits University. He can't afford to alienate U.S.
Okay, first off, to put a little perspective on this evil orange man is talking about this great, beautiful black guy that is actively calling for the killing of white people in South Africa. This guy is calling for murder and genocide, and he is a good man. This guy is calling for him to stop, and he's the devil. Wow, does South Africa need reform? I hope Andy Scheckman doesn't think South Africa's GDP is going to rise anytime soon. Oh no! I saw this one coming. Give me a call, Andy. I'll fill you in.
Interest, especially amid South Africa's economic fragility. But he also can't appear to throw Malema under the bus as the EFF continues to gain traction among young, disaffected voters. True to form, Julius Malema didn't remain silent for long. Within hours, the EFF issued a scathing rebuttal, with Malema himself taking to social media and speaking at an impromptu rally in Alexandra, Johannesburg. Donald Trump is a loudmouth, racist American clown who thinks he can dictate.
A racist loudmouth. So the black guy calls the white guy a racist loudmouth, while the black guy is killing white people because they're white. Wow, the stupidity of the South Africans.
To sovereign African nations, Malema roared to a cheering crowd. South Africa is not a colony. We will never be bullied by Western imperialists or their puppet governments. Malema accused Trump of trying to protect white-owned business interests in South Africa and claimed that the EFF's economic policies are the only solution to the historical injustices of apartheid. If Trump wants war, he will get it politically. We are not afraid. We fear no capitalist. Despite the bluster, political insiders say this latest confrontation may have lasting consequences for Malema's political aspirations beyond South Africa's borders.
Well, I can tell you this right now. I'm totally down with, let South Africa have a racist that wants to murder white people just because of the color of their skin. That's their country. That's their right. I'm also down with not doing any business or not giving them any aid to the tune of $500 million a year. So they want to kill us because the color of our skin, or some of America, they want to keep the black and the brown and the yellow America, but they want to kill the white Americans. And this is what this guy is talking about. He's killing white people. Why only white people? Why not kill everybody? Why is he so racist? But anyhow, that's his right, God-given right. He's allowed to do that. It's our God-given right to not do business with them and not to give them money. So, Andy Scheckman, word to the wise here, bro. When America quits giving South Africa money, their GDP falls. Okay, we own them. Yeah, sure, whatever. We own them. And it's not a black-white thing, because if you look at history, America took 1 million black slaves. How many are alive today? 200 years later, what we got? 17 million, 18, 20 million descendants of slaves. In Africa in the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th century, they took like 17, 18, 19 million white slaves from Europe. How many descendants are in Africa of those white slaves? Zero, because they killed all of them and then took more slaves. So if they want to say that the white slave trade was bad, they can shove it up their buttholes. Where's the white descendants of the white slaves that the blacks took in the Middle Ages? There are none. Now ask yourself this question. Where are the millions and millions of black African slaves that the Middle East has taken? Where are their descendants? They killed them too. And yet the white man is the bad guy. Wow, if people really just stopped and learned history and didn't just stop at the part that made them feel good, you'd find out there's a lot of idiots out there. Don't be an idiot. You'll lose your money. Have a good day.